Kalen Patterson, Midwest Muscle. I'm here with some guys that are just, I seem to run into you every time we go to different shows in this region. Supplement Superstore, you guys are doing your thing. You're helping out with everything, but also the one thing we talked about earlier, and that's the one thing I appreciate, is that you're not selling crap.
No, in fact, we take time to go out and search the best products, not just in the country, but we even import products from other places.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of the national brands that we refuse to carry. We look at all the products, we look at all the ingredients. We want to make sure that actually are ingredients that truly work. So when people come in the store, they know they're going to get results. And that's the biggest thing with us, is when people come in, they're going to get results, and they're going to come back. So.
And it's much appreciated because, like I said, there's people that are in this because they see your body and they say, well, I want to look like that, but they're not willing to do the work. But then you got the competitor, and then you got the person that's basically a gymrat or a health nut, and they really want that life change, and they're buying crap, and it's slowing down all the progress they could be making, and it destroys them mentally. And it just hurts when you see the person that really has that drive, that really has that energy, and really has that effort, and basically the supplements are killing them.
Right. And one of the things that really makes us different is that our staff are certified nutritionists, and so we'll talk to people, and there's times when we've actually advised a person or refused to sell something to somebody because they'll come in, they look for a certain product, it's like, look, that's not what you need, that's not what's going to get you where you need, and we try to talk them through what they really, truly need, and if they're taking too much, then we cut out what they don't need, build them up slowly, and make sure they're doing what they need to reach whatever goal they have, because everyone has different goals, and that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand is, so we sit down, look at their goal, we actually a lot of times ask them to bring in their goal physique and say, look, what do you want it to look like, what are you trying to be, and then we'll talk to them and say, okay, can you get there, can you not, naturally or not, and so to try to make sure that they have a good mindset of where they want to go and how they can get there.
And that's a good thing. I'm glad you spoke on that about too many supplements. So some people they see the magazines and they say, I want that, and that. And basically it's counterproductive,
Exactly.
not actually helping at all.
Exactly. I mean, you can stack things that actually on top of each other are counterproductive to each other. And some people just will see, they'll say, I want the entire stack of whatever company is the one that they've seen the most. And quite honestly, that's not the best way to do it. Some companies make excellent products of a certain product, and some make an excellent product of another. It may not be an entire line. But if you go to someone who really knows what they're doing, then you can make sure that you get what's working for you.
And it makes a world of difference, especially when the people that are trying to help you, you actually listen and let the help happen. Because, I know that, there's gym logic, what we call bro science, and there's other things that basically get in your way where you're trying to actually help the people. I'm sure, but speaking on that, when you help, it makes a difference. And, I can't speak on it enough when you have people that are getting in their own way, and you basically have to say, slow down.
Well, one thing that actually is the biggest thing for us is, we have our stores, our brick and mortar stores, but we also do a lot of online consulting. And so the same type of thing, if you would come in our store and sit down and talk to us, we don't charge for the consulting. We'll sit down for 30 minutes, we'll talk down for an hour, and go over what your plan is, what your goals are. We'll do the same thing online. And so we sit there and we do that online. And we have guys month after month who send us their progress pics. This is where I am now. This is where I am now. And I don't know how many other stores are getting clients that send them progress pics on a basis to say, look, this is where I'm going. You guys have helped me so much on where I need to be, and that's why we do it. I mean, that's why we're in business.
And you do the social media as well, where you're actually putting up the things that actually work and are progressing, and top line stuff that's actually helping, not just what we want to sell, but what works for you. And
Exactly.
It's not just it's not cookie cutter. It's basically individual slices.
It is. Let's just take test boosters for an example. There are some people that actually take D-aspartic acid as works well for their body. There's some people that fenugreek works better for their body. And there's a lot of test boosters out there that just don't work at all. And it's probably the biggest hocus pocus in the entire supplement market. But there are some, and we try to direct the individuals to what works best for those, and we let them know that, look, let's start you on D-aspartic acid, and most people actually react better to D-aspartic acid. If that doesn't work for you, let's put you on to Testofen, which is actually a fenugreek product, and see if that then works for you. But all the ones that are just junk and fillers, we don't even mess with.
And it's gotta hurt. I mean, it's gotta hurt.
It does.
When you see people that are bloated beyond reason because they just weren't getting the right supplements. It's nothing to do with diet. It's nothing to do with training. It's nothing to do with the trainer. It's just the bad filler supplement.
And, you know, they go in, they talk about how much money they spent at some other store, and or either that or they go in and maybe they went into a place to try to get a lot of supplements cheaply, and both ways they're not helping themselves. If they're not getting what they need, it doesn't matter if they spend a lot of money or they spend no money. They still get no results.
Now, how does it help when you're talking about the supplements and everything, when you actually look the part? Because you guys are actually fit. I mean, it makes a big difference. And, you know, I like to joke about the personal trainer that shouldn't be training because they look like they basically just blown up everything. You guys actually exercise, and I'm sure try the supplements to actually speak on them.
Oh, yeah, we do. This is Damien. He actually manages one of my stores. He competes. I've got a competition. We both have competitions coming up in November, so we're a long way from being competition ready. But we try our supplements. If a company sends in new stuff, we try it out before we even put it on the shelves, see if it works for us before we actually put it out, see if somebody works for them. But usually when somebody comes in, you know, it's funny when they say, "I want what you take." And that's a good sign.
Yes, that's always great. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Wonderful job, and I appreciate you guys always being there for natural bodybuilding. I'm sure John and Becky feel the same way that I do. They're just as passionate as you, and you're just as passionate as them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great job, guys.
All right, bye.
We are out.